Hey, what's up, YouTube? This is a video response to akat042001. So now, in this video, I'm going to go through some of the points she made in this one particular video. I think she was making a video response on another video called Asian and white. No, it was black women, Asian and white women. I mean, Asian and white men aren't attracted to you. I think this is what it was, but I will put the link here so you can go and watch this video for yourself. First of all, let me start by saying, like, unlike a lot of responses she got, I am not going to attack her character, but I am going to attack her views, because first of all, she spoke for a lot of people in her video, including myself, because she made it a point to say that she was not speaking about Jamaicans, Haitians, Dominicans, people from the Caribbean. She were not speaking about those kind of black people, and she were not speaking about Africans. She wasn't speaking about African borns, and she wasn't speaking about first or second African generation. I happen to be an African born. Okay, so the reason why I say she was speaking for me, and I hope she watches this video, is because at some point in her video, she says, most people who aren't black Americans. Now remember, her view of black Americans doesn't include me. Most people who aren't black Americans, me, equate black Americans with failure. I know I don't. And nobody in my family does. Okay. So I'm going to go point by point of what I remember off the top of my head in her video. I'm sorry. I am not going to attack her, but I'm going to say that these views that she's portraying are some of the most ignorant views and uneducated views about black Americans that I have ever heard. First of all, let me say this before I go into more of what she said. She said that she knows she's Ethiopian. Okay, well, actually, she was born here, you know. But she is Ethiopian. She's not a black American. As she said, first or second generation African is not American. So she's not, we're not going to call her a black American. I'm going to call her Ethiopian. She's Ethiopian. So she says that she knows her culture. She knows her language. So she goes on to say that black American women don't know their culture. They don't know where they come from. I'm going to refute that, because most of my friends, as well as my fiance, and yes, I'm a lesbian, are black women, and this is their culture. This is their language. Now, if you're talking about back in the days where their ancestors' cultures, no, they don't know that, but they know their own. They know their mothers and their grandmothers and their fathers and their grandfathers. They know those. And this is the culture. This is their language. The language you claim they don't know how to speak is their language. It's a second language to you, since you say you know your language. It's a second language to you, but it is their language. Do you know what Creole is? Because, you know, I happen to speak. Do you know what Creole is? It is not. It's a language derived from another language. So when you say they're using all these words that you don't understand hip-hop culture, that is their twist to English. And this is why you can't understand it, because it is their culture. Okay, so I'm going to go into some of the things that you said. You accused most black women, and you made sure to say most about 100 times in your videos. I'm exaggerating. Most black women, and you even said at one point, when you say most, it is more than 50%. You say most black women are loud, are extremely rude, and you say that you go on to say that black women are not good women. Now, if you see my video, please help me understand what you mean by good. If by good you mean white, then no, they're not. All black women aren't good, if that's what you mean by good. Now, if you mean all black women aren't good, and by good you mean what most of us think as they don't have values, they're not educated, they don't love, they don't give, and you're talking about relationships. You said this is why the Asian men don't go towards them, and that in a broader sense, everyone who's not a black American has a negative view of the black American women or black Americans in general, as you have done that. You generalize most of the time in your video. So let me ask you a question. Do you mean by good, do you mean, you know, generous, good mothers, devoted, intelligent, funny, sweet? Is that what you mean? Because I can give you 100 names right now of black women who embody all of those qualities, starting with my fiance and her family. Did I get offended by your video? Yes, I did. But I didn't get offended by you because you're not important enough to offend me. But your views are offensive. And I'm pretty sure you have people who are going to agree with you. Black people who aren't proud to be black people. Black people who go by stereotypes. Now, you made a video response to, I'm going to read her, eGiggles79, who obviously was offended by your first video. You made a video response to her video response to your video, your original video. And you said in this video response that she wasn't taking responsibility for what she said. Because she said, you know what? I do speak out of my neck sometimes. I do speak without thinking first sometimes. But I will not apologize. She said she was going by emotions, but she will not apologize. And you accused her of not taking responsibility for what she said. Did you take responsibility for saying that most black women aren't good women? Did you back that up by anything? Or were you speaking without thinking? Were you speaking only basing yourself on stereotypes? Did you take responsibility for it? If you did, I'm sorry, but I didn't see it. You might want to show me that video. So now I'm going to go into something else that she said. She sat here in front of the camera when she was making a video about, she was responding to I guess her friend who came in and saw this video. Now let me tell you, she says that she lives in a predominantly white and Asian neighborhood. This is not me, this is what she said. Then she goes on to say that her friend, her black American female friend, came to the house to watch this video. Now I want to know, was this one of the black women that you were talking about? If not, is she the minority? If so, how do you know, being that you live in a white and Asian neighborhood, predominantly white and Asian? How do you know that most black women are like this? Now she made another video where she said, when she said most, she meant most of the black women she has encountered. Where did you encounter these women? On a TV? Where? Was it in the media? Was it the stereotypes that you heard from your white and Asian friends? Or was this actual women that you met and that were loud and that were extremely rude? And if they were extremely rude, do you not think it might have anything to do with your views? Nothing at all. I could go into more details and actually analyze everything you say on every single one of your videos. But my main concern is that you generalize all black women without knowing any black women. Actually sit there with a black woman, one of your black women friends, right, and have a debate on this. I want to see this, because you're quick to put videos on your page of some account depicting a black woman as an angry, loud woman. But I have yet to see you speaking to a black woman. I have yet to. You know, I want to see you sitting down with a black woman, with a black American woman, and have a civilized conversation. If you can't, well, I can hook you up on Skype. You can talk to one of my friends very educated, very smart, very funny, very loving, very caring, and very genuine. And we can record this, and I will put this on YouTube. No problem. This is a challenge. You're talking out of stereotypical views that I don't even know where you got them from. So if you're willing to do this, sit down with a black American woman and discuss these views that you have. Or bring us some facts. You know, you're talking about 70% of babies are born out of wedlock. Who makes the most serial killers? White people. Does that mean they're all serial killers? No. What are you saying? What are you thinking? You're giving the African people a bad name. I'm sorry. And I'm glad you specified that you're only talking for you and not for anybody else. So people, please don't think that's how all African people think. I don't think like that. That is ridiculous. So if I can give you one last thing, I'm going to give you the name of a YouTube user who actually went through all of her videos, or some of her videos, and depicted everything she said and brought facts to the table. This guy's YouTube account is Ringo, R-I-N-G-O, TVHD. Again, it's Ringo TVHD. The video is entitled akat042001, which is her name, Exposed. Full video analysis, commentary, criticism. And then he also says the Fair Use Act, which says that he can use whatever picture of her, whatever video of her that she posted on YouTube, if he's going to criticize it. Some of y'all really need to read this act. So, thank you for watching my video. Bless.